India's playback singers have given the music industry some of its biggest hits. They've seen the industry laughing all the way to the bank. Singers, however, haven't got a share of that pie. But now the tide has turned. Last year, India's playback singers won a landmark deal with the music industry to get royalties for their songs. And joining me today to discuss the impact of this agreement is Sanjay Tandon, founder and managing director of the Indian Singers and Musicians Rights Association. Sanjay, welcome to the News9 Plus show. We are joined by my colleague.
Thank you, Lokesh.
We're joined by my colleague Chetna Gupta, who has also put a documentary on this together. Sanjay, I want to start by asking you, congratulations, big victory.
Thank you.
Long in the pipeline, what, 30 years of fighting the music industry, and you finally won that battle?
Yeah, 30 years, yes, 33 years to be precise. 1990, right. And we are in 2024. Yes, been 3 decades.
Right. What is 33 years in a 5,000-year civilization? But I want to start by asking you, Sanjay, this, tell us how big, how much of a landmark deal this is. Convincing an industry, any industry, to part with royalties is an achievement in itself. How do these singers kind of bandy together and get the music industry to actually pay?
Yeah, that's what, for 30 long years, right, or 33 years, we have been struggling to have royalties for the artists of the country, the singers and the musicians. And in 2012, the law was amended so that singers could now start getting their royalties from wherever their music or their sung songs are commercially exploited.
Right.
So that's where we went. And it is, as you're rightly saying, it's very difficult to get royalties out of not only the music labels, but also out of the users. Because, the law in 2012 had said that wherever the songs are being played, they'll get royalties, like the radio station, television station, OTT platforms, hotels, restaurants, department stores, and everywhere. But it really never happened. There were a lot of challenges. And I'm so happy that the music industry this time around, all the music labels of the country, we got together and we joined hands in October 2012, and we got this deal done. Big thing, big achievement. Considering that the law was just amended in 2012, we're just 10 years old, and therefore it's a great achievement for the singers of the country.
So, Sanjay, have the first payouts been made to the singers for the royalties?
Well, I think we have already distributed about 20 crores till date.
Right.
But the deal money, the money that we have got from the deal, is the first installment of that is going to be distributed in a month's time.
Right. Oh, okay. The first installment in a month's time. That's the news spec right there, Chetna. But tell us, you worked on this documentary, Chetna, and did it surprise you, the fact that musicians weren't being paid at all for the last 3 decades?
If we go to the past history itself, while we were interviewing Anup Charuta, most famous singer, so he was telling us about the fact that Lata Mangeshkar, who is like Nightingale of India itself, she used to receive 6,000 as royalty, right, which is like very less amount.
Which is, well, I can't think of something smaller than peanuts, but that would be it.
But like if we are taking the breakdown of 6,000 itself, nothing can be bought.
Right.
In fact, right? And she's like one of the legends of India, if we are talking.
Sanjay, this point that Chetna made, that, legends like Lata Mangeshkar, Lata Di were being paid peanuts. But now that has changed. What next? I mean, I'm told that you're working now on getting technicians their rights as well, that musicians who, take part in songs, they compose music, they would also get paid.
Yeah, so the first step was to get recognition for the rights of the singers, the mainstream singers, so as to speak, the Lata Jis and the Asha Jis of the world. So I got that thing plus first streamlined, and then last year in October we also decided, because of the COVID that we were struck with, that even musicians also required to be paid the royalties. Those little pieces of music that are played. Tung, 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 tung. That's a beautiful and a very popular piece. but the musician of that piece does not receive any royalties in India. So we have started doing that from October, and that's the reason why I'm saying the first payouts will happen in a month's time, and I'm so excited about that.
Absolutely. I mean, what a victory. I mean, and after 33 years, as you mentioned, Sanjay, I mean, congratulations to you and your team for not losing your way and, keeping up with the struggle. But Sanjay, what is it globally? How does it work out? Is this the same? Are we following global best practices when it comes to royalties?
Yes, of course. We are. In fact, we are the selected few countries who are doing it right now.
Right.
It's a big challenge because you see the composers and songwriters, of course, were getting royalties.
Yeah.
But the artist royalties, that is the performers royalties, as they are called, the performers, they're performers. Right. So performers do get royalties, but it varies. So I'm happy to say that we, as in India, are now in one of the few countries that are really going to pay out to the artists of the country, the musicians and the singers. Right. And let me tell you that I have also got ISAMRA, which is the company which looks after this copyright of artists, associated with 52 country societies all across the globe. Right. Which means wherever Indian artists' songs are now going to be played in the world, we are going to receive royalties from there and distribute it here, and same thing from here.
Right. So, Sanjay, is the music industry, it's had its own share of, problems with piracy and, downloads and all of that. Is the music industry in the condition now to pay artists, musicians, technicians?
Well, this is exactly the proposed agreement that we did in April last year with music labels of the country, with the result that now singers and the musicians are going to get 50 crore rupees a year from all the music companies put together. Which is a big amount as far as even international practices are concerned.
Yes. Yeah. So, and that lump sum, I'm told, is going to increase every 4 years, 4 or 5 years, 5% over the next 4 years.
No, it's going to increase 5% every year until it reaches 60 crores. And then we are going to get 25% of whatever the music industry is going to collect. So it's a phase-in period that we have done, because things which never existed in India for the past 70 years, you can understand we need to phase it in. So we have been successfully able to do that. And just let me add to this, the amount of royalties that are going to that we are targeting it's going to increase.
Chetna, I'm going to come back to you very quickly. Who are the singers here in this fight for royalties? Who are the star musicians who actually led the charge?
If I talk about them, the biggest singer I would say, of course, Lata Di. She's the one who's generate. She's the one who took the first voice.
Yes, absolutely.
And another Anup Jalota, and then Kumar Sanu have fought over the period of time. Sonu Nigam, Alka Yagnik, they have fought so hardly for this battle.
Right.
And if, in fact, I would say there is big contribution of Javed Akhtar as well.
Yes.
While he was in parliament, so he stood up for the singers, for their rights. As if we are talking about their share of music, so that is like incredibly less.
Right. Which is what the whole fight was about.
Exactly.
Sanjay, who are the heroes in this fight? Who fought shoulder to shoulder with you in this? Who do you want to make special mention of?
Yeah, well, we started with Lata ji and me, and then Sonu Nigam ji, Alka Yagnik ji, and Suresh Vatkar ji, and all the legendary people really joined this particular struggle. And that's why it lasted for 33 years, because we were convinced that definitely we are going to get the justice one day or the other.
Right, and you have indeed. Thank you very much, Sanjay, for joining us, and my colleague Chetna.
Thank you so much, Sandeep.
A 33-year struggle that's ended now with the musicians finally getting a share of their royalties.
News9 Plus. Download now.